All right, guys. Hi, it's Julie and me and my crazy ideas, but I think we all need something to look forward to in 2021. So this is the project that I have in store for you. So we're going to do 52 weeks in 2021. And every month, at the beginning of the month, I'm going to send you, or I'm going to post on the Facebook group, I'm going to post this sheet of sketches. Now, some of them are going to repeat, some of them I'm just going to flip over. Like there's not that many different layouts you can do with a 6x8, but I'm going to try and mix it up. But you know what? I want to keep it super simple. So basically here I've only written out the photo size and I've given you a general placement. I didn't write down, oh, this is 2-inch, or, you know, like basically you can tell, you've been scrapbooking long enough, you can tell that these are zip strips. And then I want you to decide, like, do you want to see like this piece of pattern paper? Do you want to have 2-piece? Do you want to have 3-piece? You may not have all of these pieces of leftover scrap. So make it your own. So we are going to use the 8x6 format because I find that this is the easiest format to do something quick and simple. When I did my little COVID book, it was really easy and I really enjoyed it. So let me show you how my vision for this project. So if you're part of my VIP group, you will have a bag like this. You're going to have a bag of leftovers. If you're not part of my VIP group and you haven't done my Serenity workshop, I want you to go in your stash, because we all do this, right? We keep these bags of leftovers and we hope that we're going to do cards or we're going to do something with it because we just can't throw it away. So this is what this project is all about. So this is an example, but I'm sure that you have something very similar in your scrapbooking room. So I just have like leftover pieces from my project. I don't want you to concentrate on the leftover pieces that I have. I want you to look at what you have in your stash. But it's going to be this type of workshop, okay? So here you see that I have a whole bunch of leftover pieces from my workshop. I did a whole bunch of Cricut cuts. I'm not going to do Cricut cuts for this project. I don't think so anyways. And I might, you know me, sometimes I change my mind. But here I've got a whole bunch of die cuts that I didn't use, or not a whole bunch, but I have a few. I have my sticker sheets with the remainder stickers. Now, come on, guys. I know you have sticker sheets with stickers that you didn't use in projects. So what I do is I take off the negative part, I cut it down, and then I just move them all over. And if you're looking at a 6x8, you can tell right away that I have a lot of stickers left to absolutely do this. I was lucky enough that, you know, I didn't use these 2 sheets. This is the hero paper, so I didn't use these 2 sheets right here. And I'm pretty sure that I can get away with 2 sheets of pattern paper. Now, if you don't have full sheets, but you've got old, like, you can go in your stash, go look at anything that you have blue. The reason why I'm saying blue is because you're probably going to be inspired by the pages that I'm going to make. And this month, we are featuring blue. So go in your past winter type papers that you have, even if you have like little bits and pieces, because if you can see here, this is only 6 inches. 6 inches by 2 inch, 6 inches by 3 inch. You don't need big pieces. And we're going to put these pages together. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut some of my pieces just so that you can see that I'm starting with, okay, this is not really a scrap, but the rest are scraps. Like that's what the intention, that's the full intention of this. So I'm just going to take a little pause here and I'm going to go cut some of these out, and I'm going to show you how we can transform 4 of these in no time at all. This is not going to be sped up. This is going to be real time so that you you can see that this is completely doable. So your first assignment, if you want, is to take pictures. Absolutely, you need pictures. And you may not have, like here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pictures in 1 week. You're probably thinking, no, we're not doing all of these layouts, right? We're only doing one. So if this week you only took 1 picture, take this layout. If this week was a good week and you took 4 pictures, take this layout. But somewhere in the month of January, you're going to take 10 pictures. And I think that that's completely doable. If it's not, and you can only take 4 pictures in the month of January, then this is the layout that you're going to use. You can flip it, you can turn it around, you can make this picture into a 4x4, you can change it. Do whatever you want with it. So with that, I'm going to go start cutting my pieces. And I'm going to force myself to take pictures, and I'm going to force myself to take enough pictures to do at least one of each of these sketches. Now, it may not always work like that. Like the month of February may not work like that. I may only take 3 pictures in the entire month. So what do? Well, I'm going to look on Facebook for inspirational quotes. I'm going to look for screenshots of the weather. I don't know, but I don't want this to kind of disappear after the month of January. I really want to continue on in February. So in February, just to get you thinking, it's going to be Valentine's. It's going to be pink. It's going to be black. It's going to be red. So start looking for that bag. You know, like I had a bag of leftover here. Start looking for your leftover bag from last year's Valentine paper that you promised yourself you were going to do something with it. This is the time. All right, so I'm taking a quick pause and I'm going to come back with these all cut up. Okay, so I'm going to pause in between the cutting because you guys don't need to see that. You guys are pretty much pro at it. So I'm going to keep it simple again, and I'm going to use white bases. So the easiest thing to do, so this is super easy, right? You're going to use your 12x12, and where are my other 2 pieces? They're right here. So you're going to have your 12x12, and you're going to cut it 6x8, right? So 1 sheet. So we could actually do all 4 of these layouts because we can do them front to back. So each month, and I'm going to put a supply list together for you guys, like as I'm doing it, I'm learning. So each month you're going to need 1 12x12 sheet of white cardstock, or like if you can plan ahead and you know exactly what you want to do, you can do black, you can do whatever, but I'm kind of going with this right now, and I see white in my paper. So you're going to need 1 sheet of white cardstock for your bases, and you need 2 because we're going to work from front to back. And then you're going to need some mats, and again it was 1 sheet, so 1 12x12 sheet. You can do all of these photo mats. Now you may not need them, and you know what, like I'm telling you, do 4 pages in blue. Once we get going, and in February, you may want to mix it up, and you may want to put this blue page somewhere else down the year. But for now, this is how I'm going to start. So this is all of the mats, every single mats, except for this one, and I'll give you the dimension for that, are all 1/4 inch bigger. So if it's a 6x4, then it's a 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I've got this one piece here. And then here I've got my 3 mats for my 3x3. So it's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then here I've got my 2 mats. So those are 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So you've got 2 of those. And then this one here, they're small 2x2 pictures. So the width, again, 2 1/4. And because I've got 3, it's time 6 1/2. So, but you can totally eyeball this. Now, I am purposely not putting photo mats on this because I want to print my pictures and put them in there. So those are my photo mats. And the next step now is that I'm going to use my pattern paper. And I started to do the same thing with the pattern paper here. Like if you have a full sheet, you can absolutely go 6, you know, like cut it in half, 6 by 8. And then you would have full sheets of background paper. Now, this particular pattern paper is really busy for a full sheet, but once you've put your mat here, and then you'll have your picture, and maybe I have, like, see here, I've got a couple of colors. Maybe I have this at the bottom, and maybe I bring in like a little zip strip, and we call it good. Like, that's the idea, right? Or maybe I use this one here, and it can run on top of my picture. So even though this was busy, it could work. And again, let's not overthink it. Let's just slap these pieces together. And once I have my pictures, that's when I'm going to add my embellishments. So my next suggestion to you is to get ready for the month of January. So you need 1 sheet of white. So cut your bases and cut your mats. Now, this might be, I don't know if I want to cut all these mats, Julie, because I may not have all of these pictures. All right, that's fair. But you will need at the very least, you will need your full 6 by 8 sheet. So I will continue on. I'm going to try and put these together, and I'll come back in another video to show you how these are progressing. Now, I do have pictures for week number 1, and I have a few of them. So I might end up using this layout right here, only because I'm off this week and I've had time to take a few walks. So I might concentrate on this layout. If you haven't taken pictures this week, there's still time. And if you only have 1 picture, then I would recommend you working on this one. All right, so that's it for the first video of this series, and I will come back probably tomorrow with the completed page. Hope you're enjoying this, and hope you're going to stick around and we're going to have fun together. Talk to you tomorrow.